Assalamu alaikum viewers, welcome to the next episode of North American Muslim Foundation Senior Talk Show funded by the New Horizons for Seniors program. Today on our talk show, we have a beautiful woman and I couldn't resist introducing her just by words. So I penned down a few lines, hope you like it. The beauty of being a woman, being a sister from childhood to gracehood, being a mother for the rest of her life. Full of resilience, strong as a fort. She inspires everyone with her radiant smile, a resilient woman wondering where her secret lies. Masarat Sheikh.
Wow, what a nice introduction. Thank you, Sajda. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum
Good
salam.
to see you again after such a long time. We've had a long COVID break, but
Yes.
it's good to see you again. It's been a long time, but still.
Yes. But the best part is we are meeting again. Everything is getting back to normal now.
Yes, alhamdulillah. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, and I'm happy that we really did okay.
Did
throughout
okay,
our-
and bless our stars. Thank God for Allah that we all are still alive. We can say that because there was so
exactly.
much tragedy seen with every family.
Absolutely.
So thank God we are back again. We are sitting on the same platform and enjoying our past days and looking forward to the best of the future times.
Absolutely. I'm so grateful. I don't know how to thank my stars. I want to thank my Creator for what He's given me, for what I have gone through. Yes, life is full of
Surprises, you can say.
tribulations, trials. We go through happiness, sadness, whatever. But if we come through okay, come out of it, then we are lucky. We are very lucky.
Yes.
So I'm just here, and I'm happy to be alive and well.
Thank you. Thank you for joining the Seniors Talk Show.
Thank you for having me.
We are trying to, get the information from seniors, especially some suggestions on how we can improvise their lives in the future. So would you like to share a little bit about your immigration to Canada?
Yes, I would love to. Actually, I have to go back to the time when my mom passed away because I was very happy as a young girl studying. I was in high school when she passed away, and I think the life took a turn for sadness. Our home was dismantled, and my brothers. I didn't see my father. He was not there, and she was my strength, my example in life, always teaching me good things, giving me religious training as well as social training. So she was a great lady. Everybody loves their mother, and I think she was a great lady. She had to look after 4 kids without a husband. And so when life took a turn for the worse, then we decided that there is nothing to keep us here. We should go, and we went to England. Decided to go to England, and I think I was very fortunate to have had that opportunity to go there because I learned a lot. I was very shy, very timid, but after all the trials, I really did come through. I worked hard. I went to Pittman's College to do diploma there. I did shorthand typing. In those days, there were no computers, so I had to do that. And it came in very handy because as soon as I finished my course, I got a job in a lawyer's office on Fleet Street at W.H. Thompson. And it was very stimulating experience. I have made wonderful friends. We used to do court documents, writs, all the legal documents that I was asked to do, take shorthand in 100 miles an hour. But it was a very, very good life. I really enjoyed. I was learning a lot. I learned the P's and Q's, the life in England. It was hard too because the climate was not very friendly. There was always smog and rain, and I didn't enjoy that part of it, but I made some good friends. And then once we settled down, my husband finished his pharmaceutical degree, and he had to work as a locum, which is to get the training after qualifications. And while he was doing that, a British pharmaceutical company, asked him to take a job in Karachi in Pakistan. We thought about it. I was not happy because I was settled. I had a good job and everything, but we decided to go. This is still our country and we'll go.
Yeah.
So we went to Karachi. I settled again, upheaval, again adjustment, again doing things that I was not sure would work out. Then there too, I started working. I worked for a managing director of a bank. I had a private secretary, and my husband got the job there. But he was not satisfied. He didn't think there was enough stimulation. There was enough room for his future. Progress.
Scope for his future.
So he was unhappy, and he kept saying to me, Masarat, I want to go back. I don't want to stay here. I said, I'm not going back to England. That weather doesn't suit me. So it just happened that a Canadian couple came to visit the plant, and they talked about Canada, and I was very interested. I asked them how Canada is, and they said, you would love it. It's a beautiful country. I said, I think it's a Eskimo land. There's snow everywhere.
That's what we would read in the books, right?
Exactly.
Lots of snow.
I had no idea, but when they talked about it, we applied, and there was we had no problem getting the immigration. They said you should have a job. And that is true. When I came here, of course, it was again an upheaval, again adjustment to a new life, new way of life, finding my way around. And then I started working for Office Overload. They sent me to different banks and companies, and where I did all my secretarial work. And I was getting a lot of experience, and then I ended up in a hospital, Scarborough General Hospital in School of Nursing, and I did all their typing and paperwork and everything. And then I had my kids. I had to give up my job and stay home and look after them because I didn't have extended family. And I felt that I should take care of them, not leave them with babysitters. And so that's how life started with my motherhood.
Motherhood, there's no excuse for that, no matter what you give up. But again, by the end of your life, you have given beautiful children to the world, and they are the security for your old age in one way or the other. So that's the beauty of a mother. She sacrifices, she goes through a lot.
She sacrifices a lot, I mean, while we were in England, we traveled a lot. Europe was so close. And we went to Scandinavian countries, Norway, Denmark, Sweden, Switzerland. That's where I had my honeymoon, and Europe, France, Italy, Germany, so many different places.
So good. You treated yourself pretty well before landing here and before taking up motherhood.
I had seen the world. I blessed my husband, who really was into traveling, and he just. And I'm saying all this is because I have gone through upheavals. I've gone through changes. I've gone through giving up what I liked the most and then adjusting to something totally different. But along the way, I felt that I got experience. I became more confident. I realized that life has so much to offer, and I should avail the opportunities. And when I came here, I didn't sit at home and do nothing and moan and groan. I just took up my job and was serious about it. My husband was also, being a pharmacist, he was very well settled in his job. But he was, I don't know, he was always looking for new horizons, opportunities, and he was a businessman to start with. And then he decided to set up a pharmaceutical plant here. He was the first Muslim Pakistani to set up a plant that manufactured drugs.
That's good to know.
That's his area. That was his area. He gave 50 years of his life to his profession. And I had to go along with it because he was working from Monday to Sunday. I didn't have his company for too long, and it was be working. But it produced results.
You see, that showed that many Pakistanis, Indians, South Asians, anyone who's coming to this country is coming with big dreams, and they're achieving those dreams and giving back to the community.
You see, what I want to say is we don't always leave our homeland for money. We look for opportunities. And I think professional people are not satisfied in countries where there are no opportunities. They want to go somewhere else where they can stimulate their self-awareness or ambitions. And that's what my husband felt. And so when he came, he was very happy. He set
That's
up a plan.
wonderful to know.
It wasn't easy. It had its ups and downs. I was, financially we were strapped because we had to put so much into the business and everything. But I did support him. I kept on working, and I didn't give
That's
him
so
a
good
chance
to hear.
to.
That's so good to hear, Masarat, your ups and downs and the challenges that you face. But again, as a couple, you're trying to overcome those challenges in the best possible way that you can.
Exactly.
So coming back to medical services, do you find any gaps in the medical services, and do you receive any medical services that you would like to highlight so that we can, share what and how the challenges that you are facing can come across in a better way?
Well, I think, Saida, everybody needs help, especially when they get sick and old. Right now we are young, youngish, where we can drive.
At least you're feeling young, which is a good thing. Ageism itself is a factor.
I'm not young, but I'm still with it. I am looking after a handicapped brother. He is deaf, mute, illiterate. He is not able to do anything, so I'm doing everything for him. For the last 14 years, I've been taking care of him.
So do you get any support?
Not
to
really.
take care of your brother?
No, I don't. Personally, I don't.
Why is that so?
I guess there is no, I've never explored those areas, but I don't think there are too many opportunities for us to go and ask for help, because the government has also its limitations.
Yeah, the limited resources, that's where it makes it challenging for an individual like you to take care of your brother.
Exactly.
That's exactly what you're explaining now. So how do you cope with it?
God has blessed me with a decent lifestyle, and I'm able to spend money to buy him things, to take care of his personal, extra drugs, visits to the hospital where he's, as you said, there's parking, there is transportation issues, and so I do all that for him. He's not able to do anything. Now he's deteriorating in health, and I'm worried. I'm worried because I'm also aging, and I don't know how long I can take care of him.
Yeah. So is there an option to admit him into a long-term care?
Well, that's what I wanted to talk about. When the question arose that, what are your suggestions? And I say that because I have this personal experience with my brother, who is so handicapped, he cannot live alone. If I go, I don't know what's going to happen to him. I think that is my greatest fear. And I feel that our Muslim community has done injustice by not thinking of starting an old home, home for seniors.
Home for seniors.
We have built mosques, we have done so many social things, we have raised funds for all these masjids, but we have not ever looked at community center or an old home for people, because our population is aging. We have been here for the last 50, 60 years, and unfortunately nobody has paid attention to this area. We really need a seniors home badly, because some of our old people are living in terrible conditions. They are not treated well. They don't understand the language. They don't get halal food. They don't. I can give you a quick example. I was in the hospital, and I passed by a room, and there was this old lady, naked, sitting in the chair and crying out. And I stopped by and I said, she said, मेरे को घर जाना है, मेरे को घर जाना है, बेटी को बुलाओ, मेरे को घर जाना है, which means I want to go home. And I was so sad. Honestly, I had tears in my eyes. And I asked the nurses, I said, she's naked, she said, oh, she pulls out her clothes, she doesn't, and the daughter is so busy, she comes and visits her once in a while, but she has no one else, and so she's crying out all. And that has left a mark on me. And I feel that our community has neglected that area. We really sadly need a home for our seniors, where they can interact in their language, where they can live together, they can have games, they can have facilities that they feel comfortable in, and they're taken care of. In other homes, they're ill-treated, they don't know what they can,
and
they
it's
can ask
also,
for.
it's their right to age in a respectful manner.
Exactly.
So coming back to this, Masarrat, due to COVID, there was so much of social isolation among seniors. How did you face that?
I faced it. I tried my best because I am a tough person. I have gone through life's ups and downs, and I feel I don't have a husband. I've been a widow 18 years now, and I've coped with everything. I had to, because I have no one else to rely on.
Did
My
the
children
community programs help you in
so
any
community,
way?
our this New Horizon program was a godsend. I was very, very happy when because I have a lonely life. I mean, when
Yeah.
you don't have a partner. My daughter is married, alhamdulillah. She has her own life. I've got beautiful grandchildren who light up my life. I have a son who's living with me. My brother is an issue. And I was always feeling very lonely, and I'm a very emotional person, very sad.
So the programs basically help you.
Yes, so
in
I
meeting
was
people.
so happy when NAMF started that program. Actually, I was part of that, and then we moved to IFT, and I think you came along, and you have been a wonderful pillar of strength for us.
Thank you.
I have always felt that way. I think you are a good organizer. You do your program so well, and you have given us a platform to.
So now you know why I invited you as a guest, right?
Well,
so just coming back, due to the time shortage, we just have to make sure that we address a couple more issues. How would you like to address the gaps in transportation or the expenses in transportation?
Exactly, that's a serious problem. Especially, that I am limited. When you ask me to go to a park or somewhere, I'm always looking for someone to give me a ride, and I think that is very difficult. It's demeaning to beg for a ride, and I think the government should, like something like Uber. Where you can get a transportation, you have a bus or a van or something that will take you to places. And I would urge the government to put some funding into this and help the seniors to move around, to be able to go places, so that they are not isolated, so they don't live alone. There are lots of ladies who are living alone without husbands, and they are sad and lonely.
I know, they call me. The first thing when they call me, they say, we want to attend the programs in the community, but we do not have transportation.
Exactly.
How do we deal with transportation?
Exactly. That is a big issue, and I said, I've quoted my example. Even though I drive, I have limitations, and I'm afraid to go to areas which are not known to me. And so I feel that if
and also the fear of driving on the roads, how these harsh drivers make it difficult for the seniors especially. And when the seniors are going at an appropriate speed, they're honking at the back because they want to speed.
But
the seniors don't want to speed.
That's right. I think it's a big issue. It's a big need, and I hope the government can do something. They can fund this. I don't know how they would do it, but it is really required, and I think that would get the seniors out of their isolation.
And also it keeps them mentally and physically fit once they get into the programs. You know how it affects you. It gives you a beautiful feeling from within, a healthy feeling, because you have a support system that you look for. And people are looking forward to that Wednesday, that Thursday, oh, we have this program and we want to make sure we attend the program.
Exactly. You know how much I've loved this program. I look forward to going there, interacting with other ladies, of my age, my language, and we can go to different trips that you have organized so well. I always think about that. I sit at home and think, oh, we went there, we went there, we went. It's just a great, just human, we are social
animals.
creatures.
We're social animals.
So we need to socialize. We need to now. You asked me about COVID. I've been very lonely, very alone, and all I do is pick up the phone and talk to somebody, friend, Nahid or this and and it's not perfect, but it's something.
There's always room for improvisation, right? No, thank you so much for being on the show, and your suggestions are very valuable to us. So we look forward to having a better system where we can really fulfill all the gaps into the services. So once again, thank you for coming, Masarrat.
My pleasure. Thank you, Sajda. Stay there.
Thank you.
Stay there, be there for us, because we need someone like you who's got the ability to organize such things and to go forward
you.
and
Thank
help
you.
our seniors. The seniors need help.
Yeah.
Seniors are very alone in this
Yeah.
country. There is no, I don't think there is much going on for them.
Yeah.
There are many ladies who live
Yes.
all alone.
Yeah.
They can fall down, nobody to help them.
Yes.
And it has happened. They found dead bodies in the apartments. So I hope.
Yeah, no, we look forward. We look forward for a better future, and may your life be at ease for you. And thank you so much for coming. And I'm just a phone call away. So once again,
My pleasure.
thank you so much for watching this episode of North American Muslim Foundation Senior Talk Show. Stay tuned for our next guest on the show. Your host, Sajida.